we expose ourselves to a lot of other problems like that. And most importantly, mentally, we begin to lose concentration, we lose focus, we will not be able to have good memory, you know, because we don't allow the brain to recoil, to recuperate it, you know, to gain all the things it has lost back when we don't give ourselves, you know, adequate sleep. Now, quickly, before we close today, let me just take us through this. There are 5 major things that we should be doing to ensure that we sleep well. The first thing I call, make sure you sleep timely. Time yourself. Make sure that you have a regular time that whatsoever may be happening, wherever you may be, by around so time, within so time and so time, I must sleep. I must be on my bed. Even if the sleep is not coming, I must be on my bed. We should have time to be sleeping. It's very, very important. Number 2, it's also very, very important to sleep cool. Remember I said the first one, sleep timely. The second one, sleep cool. Make sure that the environment where you want to sleep is so cool. It's well ventilated. There's nothing agitating around you there. You know, the environment is not hot. Remove, you know, put on fan where necessary, or open your louvers or your windows to allow fresh air to come in. Then remove all those things that can increase the temperature of the room, like dust, like crumbs and creases on your bed. They can increase the temperature of your room or even of your bed. Make sure you lay your bed cool and sleep on it well. Okay? You know, cool like that. Number 3, make sure you sleep quiet. Make sure that wherever you're going to sleep is a quiet environment. Whatever may be causing noise or can cause noise there, remove it before you begin to say, before you fall to bed. Remove every source of noise. Don't sleep. Don't say you are sleeping in a party, you hang yourself around a chair or 2 chairs together, you say you are sleeping. That is no sleep. That may be good as a rest anyway, but that is not good sleep. Okay? Then make sure, number 4, make sure you sleep enough. An adult, a normal average adult should sleep nothing less than 8 hours in a day. We know that we are in a busy world where all of us are so busy running up and down to make ends meet, but nothing should be less than 6 to 8 hours for a good adult to sleep every day, whatsoever. Okay? And even for children of like school age, their own should even be about 12 to 14 hours. Okay? That is for children of 2 to 3 years old. And for those that are about 10 to 12 years old, they have, 3 to 8 years old, they should sleep for nothing less than 10 to 12 hours in a day. But look at most of our children now, even when they go to school, their teachers will ask them to put their head on the locker or on the table to sleep, yet they won't sleep. It's the duty of the teachers and the parents to ensure that these children, they have adequate sleep to help their brain function. And finally, make sure you sleep happy. This aspect is so important that everyone needs to learn it. You need to train yourself with it. Sleep happy. Whenever you are going to sleep, make sure you clear your mind. That sleeping with a peaceful mind is very, very important. Yes, if you are religious, you can pray to God, commit that sleep to God. Forgive yourself, forgive others. You know, don't nurse grudge while you are going to bed. It can disrupt your mental state even while you are sleeping. So, sleep happily and make sure that you remove anything that can contaminate your mind even while you are sleeping. With these little 5 tips, you can ensure that you have good sleep. And by the time you'll be waking up in the morning, you see that you are brighter. Whatever time you sleep and you wake up and you are still heavy or not feeling satisfied, that means you have not slept well enough. Well, let me stop at that note, on that note today. I will be coming on our ways next time again, discussing more other important things too, again, in regards to our mental health. Till we meet again next time, I'm still your brother and friend, Nurse Abiola Oguniyi. Make sure you sleep well, and when we see next time, let's meet happily. Thanks so much. God bless you.
That was Nurse Abiola Oguniyi telling us and of course giving us some tips on how to ensure that we have our mental state, we put it in the right frame, and then once we get it right, we can definitely move ahead in life. He's going to be back here next week by God's grace to give us more tips and more nuggets as far as maintaining proper mental well-being. Biodun?
Yeah, shortly we'll be taking another break, and that's for weather reports. And on top of the hour, 7 o'clock, we'll be going to the newsroom to give you our news in English and Yoruba. That's between 7 and 7:30. At 7:30, we look at the papers. That's called headliners for just 15 minutes. And between 7:45 and 8 o'clock, we look at one big headline in the dailies. We call that From the Headlines. 8 o'clock, we shall open our discussion segment of today's program, New Dawn on the People's Daily, OGTV 205 UHF. Let's take this break. We'll take weather report and news at 7, and that's English and Yoruba will follow. Stay with us.
The wife of the governor of Ogun State. I am joining the WHO hand washing challenge to demonstrate something very simple that will protect us and our household, particularly the children. Washing your hands regularly is one of the easiest ways to protect yourself and others from food poisoning and infections. It is particularly expedient at this time for everyone to regularly wash their hands and to curb the spread of the coronavirus. It is our collective responsibility. Join me. You should wash your hands for about 20 seconds. First, you wet your hands. Then you apply enough soap for both your hands. Then you rub your hands together. Then you use one hand to rub the back of the other hand. Then you wash in between your fingers. Then you use one hand to wash the other thumb. And do the same for the other hand. Then you use the tip of your fingers to wash the palm of your hand. Then you rinse your hands. Then you dry your hands. And you use the clean towel that you've dried your hands with to close the tap. This is how you wash your hands.
The Ogun State government, under the able leadership of the state governor, Prince Dakpo Abiodun, has set up a special digital classroom for primary and secondary school students in Ogun State who are on break. The digital classes in English language and mathematics comes up daily from Tuesday, 24th March 2020. Mathematics and English language classes for primary school comes up from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. The first mathematics and English language classes for secondary school comes up from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, while the second classes for secondary school in English language and mathematics comes up from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Ogun State Digital Class on OGTV. Don't miss it.
Welcome to AM News. I am Muchisala Sholaja. In an attempt to protect residents of Ogun State against the deadly novel coronavirus disease, the state powerful team, led by the State Deputy Governor, Engineer Naimot Salako Oyedele, inspected the state isolation centers put in place for suspected victims. The Deputy Governor, Engineer Salako Oyedele, appreciated the prompt action of the State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, towards fighting COVID-19, while calling on residents of the state to take their hygiene seriously. Kule Ibikule reports that Iberekodo General Hospital was one of the isolation centers visited. His report is presented in this package.
The issue of coronavirus cannot be overemphasized in the Committee of Nations globally. To this end, the current administration in Ogun State, led by Prince Dapo Abiodun, is not leaving any stone unturned, as he has prepared isolation centers for the management of any infected or protect the lives of contact persons in the state. The State Deputy Governor, Engineer Naimot Salako Oyedele, led the state team to monitor the level of work done on the designated places prepared by the state government as the isolation center in Iberekodo General Hospital, Akomoja, Abeokuta.
The team has been to OOTH this morning, which is the tertiary hospital in Ogun State, where the main treatment of any patients will take place. There's an isolation center there. And this general hospital here in Iberekodo is the second isolation center that we have. When you have this kind of thing, it's not that we want to necessarily share with the public numbers. I think that what we want our citizens in Ogun State to take away from this is to have comfort that the government is putting in place and making adequate preparation to protect everybody in this state and look after them. The numbers will change from day to day because it depends on what kind of situation we are presented with, whether we're isolating or whether we're treating. And also, I mentioned that we are looking at scaling up. We also have to have contingency plans in place. So if numbers go up doubles, we're there and we're able to meet it.
Speaking on our assessment of the hospital, Engineer Salako Oyedele says the state government is poised to take general overhauling of the state hospital towards ensuring global medical best practices in the state.
This general hospital is going to be taken over and totally used for the treatment and management of this pandemic. And there is a specialist infectious diseases unit there, but like I said, we're looking at scalability, and that is one of the plans, that if we use up all the spaces in the infectious diseases part of the hospital, we take over the whole hospital, and patients who would normally have come here to be treated will be taken care of at the primary healthcare center down the road or any of the other facilities around the state.
The General Hospital Iberekodo is now wearing a new look among the delegation of the state government that inspects the center. Was Secretary to the State Government, Mr. Adetokunbo Talabi, Chief of Staff to the State Governor, Alhaji Shuaib Salis, Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, and the Senior Special Advisor to the State Governor, Right Honorable Tunji Egbetokun.
In compliance with the Ogun State government's ban on all activities that could bring together 50 or more people in a place to put an end to the spread of coronavirus pandemic in the state, churches in Abeokuta metropolis recorded appreciable compliance. Commander Task Force on Illegality in the state, CSP Toyin Afolaogun, stated this while monitoring the level of compliance in some churches in the metropolis. Kola Wole Osho reports that some churches shunned normal services. Details in this package.
Sequel to the Ogun State government's directive that all religious centers and activities, including regular and special services that could bring together 50 or more people in the same place, should be avoided, a special task force constituted by the state government was on the streets of Abeokuta to monitor the level of compliance by the churches. The task force, which was led by CSP Toyin Afolaogun, finds out that some churches in the metropolis shunned their normal services as their gates and doors remained closed. Ogtv also visited other churches in the metropolis where the congregation were not more than stipulated number of 50. Commander, Task Force on Illegality in the state, CSP Toyin Afolaogun, enjoins clerics to be more compliant, adding that non-compliance will face the wrath of the law.
So far, so good. At least we have about 80% compliance so far. The churches that did not comply, we politely told them to comply accordingly. We want to appeal to the general public to try and comply with the state government. Every instruction given by the state government should comply with. The government is out with a task force, with an enforcement arm of the task force to enforce every law in Ogun State.
Clerics who spoke with OGTV News agreed that the directive should be adhered to strictly for the benefit of all and sundry.
But we are a law-abiding church, and then when the government says it's for our own benefit, there don't be more than 50 in a group. So you can see that we're able to have sessions. So you can see people under the tree. We go for a bad thing if something happens to a member or anybody within this congregation. The government will say, can you see how stubborn, how disobedient they are? And we don't want to be one of those.
If they have said this is a percentage of people that should gather in a particular place, you shouldn't go more than that. We must obey the law of the land. Because even the Bible says, give what belongs to Caesar, And if you look at what the government have, the measure the government have put in place is to ensure that the epidemics of corona did not spread beyond expectation. The Bible says, if my people will humble themselves and pray, God says, I will heal their land. It's time for us to fast and pray and call on God to heal our land.
They, however, admonished people of the state to follow up preventive measures in order to curb the spread of the disease.
The ban on high-density gatherings that will bring together 50 or more persons in the same place, such as social clubs, halls, cinemas, nightclubs, restaurants, cafes, and sports arenas to contain the spread of coronavirus in Ogun State is still on. This measure, according to a statement released by the Chief Press Secretary to Ogun State Governor Kunle Shomorin, will be in effect for the next 30 days in the first instance. The restriction has to be enforced without prejudice to people's fundamental rights to association and movement, as safety of the people and their welfare are priorities that cannot be toyed with. The government also promised to engage all the stakeholders, including religious leaders, to sensitize the populace on the need to maintain social distancing and collective efforts to combat this pandemic. The government will continue the surveillance initiatives and intensify sensitization on COVID-19, more so given the peculiarity of its location as the nation's gateway state and its industrial capital. Ogun State epidemiologists and other health workers are working round the clock with federal agencies and international development agencies to stop the spread of coronavirus. In view of the recent confirmed cases in the country, Governor Abiodun reassures the populace that no stone will be left unturned to ensure that the state is prepared at all times to respond appropriately. He further encourages people to maintain high level of suspicion and report any suspected case to the appropriate authorities, as government will ensure monitoring for strict compliance. In view of the outbreak of coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, which has been declared by World Health Organization as a pandemic, and a subsequent order by the federal and Ogun State government banning all forms of social and religious gatherings, the Ogun State Police Command has embarked on full enforcement of the banning order. To that effect, all the command's tactical squads, as well as area commanders and DPOs, have been activated to ensure the full implementation of the order and to make sure that the order is obeyed to the letter. According to a statement by the Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Abiwala Oyeyemi, the Commissioner of Police, CP Kenneth Ebrimson, appeals to members of the public to stay clear of any social or religious gathering that may attract up to 50 people, as the command will be all out to strictly enforce the government's directive. In addition, the Commissioner of Police has ordered immediate release of all suspects being detained for minor offences in all police detention facilities across the state as part of the preventive measure. while the police medical team has been directed to take the awareness campaign to marketplaces, barracks, police formations, and detention facilities to safeguard the suspect's safety. Members of the public can reach the command through the control room number 080-177-0416 or 0808-170-419 if they notice anywhere the banning order is not being obeyed. The Lagos State government has asked public officers from grade level 1 to 12 to stay at home for the next 14 days as part of precautions to curb the spread of the coronavirus disease. The state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, gave the order on Sunday during a statewide address. He also reiterated that all measures are being put in place to curb the spread of the virus, while urging residents to maintain the social distance culture.
I am now hereby also directing that all public officers in the entire unified public service from grade level 1 to 12, which constitute about 70% of our entire public workforce, should stay at home from Monday, 23rd March 2020 for 14 days at the first instance. We'll review this as time goes on. Members of the public are advised to refrain from visiting any of our public offices and to transact such businesses as is possible, that we can do this on the phone or online channels. This stay at home does not affect all of our first respondents, meaning the medical personnel are still meant to be at their duty posts.
The governor noted that all those who have just returned from foreign trips must self-isolate for 14 days to be sure that they are free of the virus. Away from COVID-19, in furtherance of its sustained effort to boost air power employment capability against insurgency and other security challenges in the country, the Nigeria Air Force has reactivated and commissioned another Alpha Jet aircraft after periodic depot maintenance. The commissioning, according to a statement by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Nigeria Air Force, Ibikunle Daramola, the additional Alpha Jet, NAV 455, took place on the 21st March 2020 at the 407 Air Combat Training Group, Kainji. The event also featured the inspection of the upgraded avionics equipment of the aircraft, as well as a thrilling test flight with aerobatics display. In addition, a 2.8-kilometer road network transversing almost 80% of NAF base Kainji and a technician's crew room were commissioned. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, who expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the PDM, stated that the reactivation will go a long way in boosting the morale of troops on the front lines and better equip the NAF in its drive to sustain the offensive initiative against the terrorists and insurgents. An earthquake has rocked Croatia's capital, damaging buildings and leaving cars crushed by falling chunks of masonry. A teenager is in a critical condition after a roof collapsed, local media say. The spire of the city's cathedral also snapped off. After the tremor, the mayor urged people to return to their homes, given fears about the coronavirus. The 5.3 magnitude quake is the largest to affect the city in 140 years. Rangers internationals Ifeanyi George and Emmanuel Ogbu have died on Sunday in a motor accident while traveling to Lagos State. George and Emmanuel, who were traveling with other players of the team, died on the spot. George died on the spot after the vehicle he was traveling ran into a stationary articulated vehicle along the Onitsha-Agbo-Bini road. The league management company confirmed the development and sent a condolence message to the management of Rangers International. The Nigeria Football Federation also commiserated with the club on the demise of the two players. And just before we end the news, push harder than yesterday if you want a different tomorrow. You can now watch us live on these platforms: Apple, Windows, Roku, BlackBerry, Facebook, and Android devices. You can also watch live on OGTV website, www.ogtv.com.ng/live. We've come to the end of the news. We thank you for watching. Stay tuned as we bring you a ring. Good morning.
ẹ jíire ní gbogbo tẹ́tí wo iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn jákèjádò àgbáyé. ìròyìn òwúrọ̀ la mú wá fún yín láti iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn OGTV tó kalẹ̀ sílùú Abẹ́òkúta. Olúwọlé Fátòkùn lóníròyìn yín. lára ìgbìyànjú láti dáàbò bo àwọn olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn lọ́wọ́ àrùn aṣekúpani kòrónà, ikọ̀ alágbára kan nípínlẹ̀ yìí èyí tí igbákejì gómìnà onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Naimot Salako Oyèdélé léwájú fún ti ṣe àbẹ̀wò lọ sí àwọn ibùdó èyí tí wọ́n yà sọ́tọ̀ fún àwọn tí wọ́n bá fura sí pé wọ́n ní àrùn náà. Igbákejì gómìnà onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Salako Oyèdélé mọrírì ìgbésẹ̀ akin tí gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ yìí Ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún gbé láti gbógun ti àrùn COVID-19 náà, nígbà tó ń ké sí àwọn olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láti mú ètò ìmọ́tótó lọ́kùnkúndùn. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Kúnlé Ìbíkúnlé padà jábọ̀ wípé ilé ìwòsàn Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀kòdó General Hospital jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára àwọn ibùdó tí wọ́n yà sọ́tọ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Ẹgbẹ́ yòókù ròyìn ọ̀hún lẹ́nu Kọ́láwọlé Azeez.
Ọ̀rọ̀ àrùn coronavirus jẹ́ èyí tí kò ṣe fi ọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Èyí ló fà á tí ìgbìmọ̀ ìṣàkóso tó wà lóde báyìí ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, èyí tí Ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún léwájú fún ṣe gbogbo ìgbìyànjú láti rí i pé àrùn ọ̀hún kò rẹ́sẹ̀ walẹ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, tí ó sì ya àyè kan sọ́tọ̀ fún ìtọ́jú àwọn tí wọ́n bá kẹ́fìn rẹ̀ wípé wọ́n ní àrùn ọ̀hún ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Igbákejì gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Naimot Salako Oyèdélé ló léwájú fún àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ààyè ọ̀hún ní Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀kòdó General Hospital Akọ́mọjẹ̀ Abẹ́òkúta. Nígbà tí ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ibi tí iṣẹ́ dé dúró, ó ní ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ti ṣetán láti rí wípé ilé ìwòsàn ọ̀hún jẹ́ èyí tó dúró re, tí ó sì bá àgbà mu, tí ó sì lè ṣe dédé ìwòsàn eléyìí tí wọ́n ṣe káàkiri ní àgbáyé. Ilé ìwòsàn Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀kòdó ọ̀hún ló ti wá gbé àwọ̀ tuntun wọ̀ báyìí. Lára àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ilé ìwòsàn ọ̀hún ni akọ̀wé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adétòkunbọ̀ Tàlàbí, olórí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ gómìnà Alhaji Suhaib Salis, alámòjútó fún ètò ìlera dókítà Tómi Kókà àti olùbádámọ̀ràn àgbà fún gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Túnjí Ẹgbẹ́tókun.
Ní ìgbọ́ràn sí àṣẹ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ní fífi òfin de ètò yòówù tó lè mú kí àwọn ènìyàn péjọpọ̀ ju 50 lọ sí ojú kan láti fi òpin sí ìtànkálẹ̀ àrùn kòrónà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Àwọn ilé ìjọsìn àwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi nílùú Abẹ́òkúta gbọ́ràn sí àṣẹ náà. Apàṣẹ ikọ̀ amúṣẹ́ṣe lórí àìbọ̀wọ̀ fún òfin ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí Tóyìn Afọláogun ló tọ́ka ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún lásìkò tí ó ń ṣe àbẹ̀wò sáwọn ilé ìjọsìn nílùú Abẹ́òkúta láti lè mọ bí àwọn ilé ìjọsìn náà ṣe gbọ́ràn sí àṣẹ ọ̀hún sí. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Kọ́láwọlé Ọ̀ṣọ́ tí wọ́n dìjọ lọ fún ìrìn àbójútó náà padà jábọ̀ wípé ńṣe ni àwọn ilé ìjọsìn kan kò tiẹ̀ ṣe ìsìn rárá tí wọ́n sì gbé ilé ìjọsìn wọn tì pa. Ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìròyìn rèé lẹ́nu lára Babátúndé.
Látàrí àṣẹ tí ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn pa pé gbogbo àwọn ibi ìjọsìn àti ètò tó lè ṣe àkójọpọ̀ èèyàn tó tó 50 tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní ojú kan náà kò gbọdọ̀ wáyé. Wọ́n ti gbé ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́ṣe kan dìde ní ìgboro ìlú Abẹ́òkúta láti tọpinpin bí àwọn ilé ìjọsìn ṣe tẹ̀lé àṣẹ ọ̀hún sí. Ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́ṣe yìí tí ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá Tóyìn Àfọláògùn léwájú fún ló ṣàwárí pé ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn ilé ìjọsìn tó wà láàrin ìlú ló ti ilẹ̀kùn wọn pa gbọ̀ngbọ̀n láì ṣe ìsìn kankan. Ikọ̀ akọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ wa OGTV tó ń dé àwọn ilé ìjọsìn mìíràn láàrin gbùngbùn ìlú Abẹ́òkúta níbi tí àwọn olùjọsìn kò ti kọjá 50 tí wọ́n pa láṣẹ. Apàṣẹ ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́ṣe lórí fífi ìdí òfin múlẹ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí, ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá Tóyìn Àfọláògùn wá rọ àwọn òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run láti túbọ̀ tẹ̀lé òfin torí pé ẹni tó bá tàpá sí òfin yóò fojú winá òfin. Àwọn òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tó bá akọ̀ròyìn wa sọ̀rọ̀ sọ pé ńṣe ló yẹ kí a tẹ̀lé òfin ọ̀hún lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ fún àǹfààní mùtúmùwà, àmọ́ ṣá wọ́n gba àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ní ìyànjú láti gbé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tó bá yẹ láti dènà àtànkálẹ̀ àrùn ọ̀hún.
Ọ̀rọ̀ fífi òfin de àpéjọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó pọ̀ tó 50 tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lójú kan náà bíi àwọn ibi ìgbafẹ́, gbọ̀ngàn ìpàdé, ilé ìtura àti àwọn ibi eré ìdárayá láti paná ìtànkálẹ̀ àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn aṣekúpani kòrónà nípìnlẹ̀ Ògùn sì ń tẹ̀síwájú bẹ́ẹ̀ ló sì dúró dìgbì. Ìgbésẹ̀ Akin náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí àtẹ̀jáde kan tí akọ̀wé ìròyìn fún gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Kúnlé Ṣómọ̀rin ìfọwọ́sí ṣe wí yóò wáyé fún 30 ọjọ́ gbáko. Ó ní àṣẹ yìí ṣe kókó láì ṣe ojúsàájú fún ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọnìyàn nítorí ààbò àti ìgbáyégbádùn àwọn èèyàn kò ṣeé fọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú. Ìjọba tún ṣe ìlérí láti tẹ̀síwájú ní ṣíṣàmúlò àwọn ọ̀tọ̀kùlú ìlú tí ọ̀rọ̀ kàn tó fi mọ́ àwọn aṣíwájú ẹ̀sìn láti ṣe ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn ìlú lórí ìdí tí ó fi yẹ láti máa jìnnà sí ibi tí àwọn ènìyàn bá pọ̀ jù sí àti láti lè jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ dènà àrùn náà. Ìjọba yóò tẹ̀síwájú lórí àgbékalẹ̀ náà pẹ̀lú ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ lórí àrùn ọ̀hún fún ìpínlẹ̀ yìí èyí tó jẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ tó wà láwọn ẹnu bodè. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera ń ṣiṣẹ́ kárakára pẹ̀lú àwọn àjọ tó jẹ́ ti ìjọba àpapọ̀ àti àwọn àjọ tó jẹ́ ti àgbáyé láti dènà àrùn náà. Látàrí iye àwọn tí wọ́n ti fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé wọ́n ní àrùn ọ̀hún nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, gómìnà Abíọ́dún fi dá àwọn olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ yìí lójú wípé ìjọba kò ní fi ohun kankan sílẹ̀ láìṣe láti lè rí i dájú wípé ìpínlẹ̀ yìí gbógun ti àrùn náà lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ó túbọ̀ wá rọ àwọn ènìyàn láti máa fi ojú sọ́rí kí wọ́n sì máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ nípa ènìyàn yòówù tí wọ́n bá kẹ́fí pé ó ní àrùn ọ̀hún tàbí ó tàpá sí òfin ìjọba kí wọ́n máa fi tó àwọn tó bá yẹ létí nítorí pé ìjọba yóò máa ṣe àbójútó tó yẹ láti rí i dájú wípé àwọn ènìyàn gbọ́ràn sí àṣẹ ẹ kò gbọ́dọ̀ pọ̀ lápọ̀jù. Látàrí àrùn kòrónà èyí tí àjọ elétò ìlera lágbàáyé kéde rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn tó burú jáì àti àṣẹ tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ àti ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn pa tí wọ́n fi fòfin de gbogbo ayẹyẹ ìjẹmùkẹ́ àti ìpéjọpọ̀ ètò ẹ̀sìn. Iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá nípìnlẹ̀ Ògùn ti gùn lé ètò ìfòfinde àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Nídìí èyí, iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ Akin láti rí wípé àwọn ènìyàn tẹ̀lé àṣẹ náà bó ṣe tọ́ àti bó ṣe yẹ. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí àtẹ̀jáde kan tí alukoro iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá DSP Abímbọ́lá Oyèyẹmí fọwọ́ sí ṣàlàyé wípé ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá ìyẹn Kenneth Abramson rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí àwọn ará ìlú láti yàgò fún ìpéjọpọ̀ ọlọ́pọ̀ èèyàn láti ìpéjọpọ̀ nílé ìjọsìn èyí tó lè pọ̀ tó 50 èèyàn nítorí pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá yóò jáde lọ́pọ̀ yanturu láti rí wípé àṣẹ ìjọba náà ó fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀. Láfikún pé ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá ti wá pa láṣẹ láti lọ tú gbogbo àwọn afurasí tó wà láhàámọ́ fún ẹ̀sùn tí kò tó nǹkan nínú láti lọ tú wọn sílẹ̀ nítorí jákèjádò ìpínlẹ̀ yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ara ètò fún ìdáàbòbò. Nígbàtí wọ́n tún ti pa láṣẹ fún ikọ̀ elétò ìlera nílé iṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá láti gbé ìpolongo ìtanijí wọn dé àwọn ọjà, àwọn bárékè àti àwọn ibùdó gbogbo fún ààbò èyí tó péye. Àwọn ará ìlú lè pè sórí àwọn nọ́mbà ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká wọ̀nyí 0801 770 416 tàbí 0808 170 419 tí wọ́n bá kẹ́fìn ibi tí wọ́n bá ti rúfin àṣẹ náà. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ti ní kí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọba láti ìpele owó oṣù kínní sí ìkejìlá fìdí mọ́lé wọn ná fún ọjọ́ 14 gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀nà láti dẹ́kun ìtànkálẹ̀ àrùn kòrónà. Gómìnà Babájídé Sanwó-Olú pa àṣẹ yìí lọ́jọ́ Àìkú lásìkò tó ń bá àwọn olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ náà sọ̀rọ̀. Ó tún ṣe àtẹnumọ́ rẹ̀ wípé gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ ló ti jẹ́ gbígbé láti dènà ìtànkálẹ̀ àrùn náà. Bákan náà ló sì rọ àwọn olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún láti ṣàmúlò àṣà jíjìnà sí àwọn ibi ìpéjọpọ̀. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó tọ́ka rẹ̀ wípé gbogbo àwọn tí ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tàjòdè láti ilẹ̀ òkèèrè gbọ́dọ̀ fi ara wọn pamọ́ fún ọjọ́ 14 gbáko fún ẹ̀rí ìdánilójú láti mọ̀ bóyá wọ́n ní àrùn ọ̀hún tàbí wọn kò ní. Ẹ̀yin ará, a gbọ́dọ̀ túbọ̀ tẹpa mọ́ ìgbésẹ̀ wa ju ti àtẹ̀yìnwá lọ bí a bá fẹ́ kí èsì tí ó jáde àti ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa kó dára ju ti àtẹ̀yìnwá lọ. Yóò ṣe ṣe o. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ ná lórí ìròyìn wa fún ti òwúrọ̀ òní. Ìpàdé tún di aago 12 kọjá ìṣẹ́jú 15 ọ̀sán fún ròyìn lédè Yorùbá. Àmọ́ ní báyìí ètò ọ̀tún ọjọ́ lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ó sì ń tẹ̀ síwájú níbi tí ẹ ti láǹfààní sáwọn kókó tó jáde lójú àwọn ìwé ìròyìn ojoojúmọ́ ilẹ̀ wa ti òwúrọ̀ òní. Mo kí n wípé ẹ kú ìmúra iṣẹ́ òní.
Dear Nigerians, with the current confirmed case of coronavirus disease in our country, it's important that we spread facts and not rumors. According to the NCDC, there are simple steps to protect yourself and your loved ones from the spread of coronavirus. Wash your hands regularly with soap under running water and use hand sanitizers frequently. Cover your mouth and nose properly with tissue paper when sneezing or coughing, and immediately dispose of the tissue in a covered waste bin. After this, wash your hands with soap and water or use hand sanitizers. If a disposable tissue is not available, cough into your elbow. You're strongly advised not to reuse handkerchiefs. Avoid close contact with anyone showing symptoms of respiratory illness such as coughing and sneezing. If you have traveled recently to a country with coronavirus outbreak in the last 14 days, and you have a fever, cough, or breathing difficulties, call the NCDC toll-free line before going to the nearest hospital. The NCDC advises all returnees from countries affected by the outbreak to isolate themselves for at least 14 days, whether they feel well or unwell. Spreading unverified information can cause panic and harm to innocent people. Verify any information on coronavirus disease from the NCDC through their contacts showing on the screen before you share on WhatsApp or any other platform. Remember, your health is in your hands.
This message is brought to you by Dettol Clean Niger in partnership with the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and the Lagos State Office of SDGA.
This is what happens when we elect public servants and don't tell them what to do for us. Voting is not the end. It is just the beginning.
All right, well, thank you so much for still staying with us. This is the segment where we look at the dailies that arrive early enough for our review. This morning we have 3 of them. We have Nigerian Tribune, we have Daily Sun, and Vanguard. We'll start with Nigerian Tribune, and the 3 papers, no doubt, have reported coronavirus latest. Now, on the front page of Nigerian Tribune comes this one that said, COVID-19, Lagos, Kwara order workers to work from home. Cases now 30 in Nigeria. Police chase worshippers out of churches. Many other churches conduct online services. IGP warns against unnecessary arrests, detention of suspects. That's how Nigerian Tribune puts it this morning. COVID-19, Lagos, Kwara order workers to work from home. That's how serious it's actually gone in Nigeria. 30 cases have been reported so far. Front page of Nigerian Tribune has the story. Still on the front page of Tribune, 36 states, FCT generated 2.57 trillion naira net revenue in 2018. That's according to FRC. And talking politics, Zamfara, PDP, APC, tango over Supreme Court judgment review. Coming down the page of the paper, Nigerian Tribune, be transparent with 1.3 trillion naira coronavirus intervention fund. That's PDP talking to federal government. Army kills 26 bandits, rescues 7 kidnapped victims in Zamfara. Gunmen abduct 5 timber merchants, 2 footballers in Ondo. And finally, the front page of Tribune, alleged 3 billion naira graft, EFCC to arrange ex-HOS, Oyeta, 8 others today. All these you can read on the front page of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Okay, well, we apologize that we've not been able to bring you the pictures of the papers this morning. Dominic has a Vanguard.
Yes, I have the Vanguard newspaper with me, and it also has quite a lot of stories. The bold headline is on coronavirus. Lagos State government shuts down civil service for 2 weeks. That's the bold headline on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, and it has these riders. Private sector urged to follow suit, tasks market leaders on hygiene. Oyo gets first positive case. 4 out of 39 cases in FCT positive. Confirmed cases in Nigeria, now 30. I had vision of first holiday, that's according to Adeboye. Bankers committee directs oil firms to sell forex only to CBN, that's on page 8. Kwara government directs civil servants to work from home, that's between the line of Lagos, that's on page 13. MTN orders staff to work from home, that's on page 8. You can check page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper for more on that story. Coronavirus, Lagos State government shuts down civil service for 2 weeks. Onto other stories. Abacha wanted us to punish Abiola, says ex-Supreme Court Justice. Interested in that story, you can check page 39 of the Vanguard newspaper for more. NBA to judiciary, limit number of persons admitted into courts. And that story is on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper as well. Above the nameplate, we have some stories. BUA acquires majority interest in construction giant PW Nigeria. That story is on page 39. Also on page 39, we have this one. FIRS gets 338 billion naira in January. Fear in Ogun community over invasion by herdsmen. Page 11 of the Vanguard newspaper is reporting that story. EFCC to arraign Oyo Ita orders for alleged fraud. Page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper is also reporting that story. We also have the latest on the COVID-19 spread as it stands as we speak. China is leading the pack with 81,000 confirmed cases, and we have Italy leading the pack as far as the number of deaths that has been recorded from COVID-19 with 5,478 deaths as a result of COVID-19. Nigeria is at the bottom as far as the list is concerned, 30 confirmed cases, and of course 0 death has been recorded as far as COVID-19 is concerned. For these and many other stories, you can check the Vanguard newspaper.
Okay, I guess you want to look at the back page of Vanguard.
Okay, we have some sporting stories behind at the back page of the Vanguard newspaper. Rangers striker Ifeanyi George killed in car crash. That's a sad one. LMC expresses shock. Atland commiserate with Rangers. That story is also there. Eyimba midfielder Ojo Diomade kidnapped. That's also another sad one for the sporting family. Japan finally starts talks over postponing Tokyo 2020 Olympics. That's fallout from coronavirus. Ronaldinho celebrates 40th birthday in jail. That's also another happening. Dare Amokachi hail 1980 Green Eagles. We are the ones spreading the virus. That's according to Drogba. Who is he talking about? Check the back page of the Vanguard Sports for more stories. And of course, for these and other stories, you can check the sporting pages of the sport pages of the Vanguard newspaper.
Okay, we look at Daily Sun now, and this is the last one for this morning. Daily Sun is also not different from other papers. It says on its front page, COVID-19 red alert. Confirmed cases soar to 30. FCT quarantines 39. Lagos gives workers stay-at-home orders. Civil servants to work from home in Kwara. That's according to Daily Sun. Daily Sun also does a very short analysis of how the country stands in terms of number of cases of victims of coronavirus in different states of the Federation. FCT 4, 39 quarantine, Lagos 6, 22 quarantine, Ogun 2, Ekiti 1, and Oyo 1. I think that's in total, it's that's 30 in total. Churches in Abuja, Lagos, others in partial compliance with FD's stay away order. Vessels, cargoes trapped in China as Benin shuts border. That's also talking about coronavirus affecting businesses globally. 2021 Cuba Anambra monarchs. 2021 Cuba Anambra monarchs reject zoning. Kudos, Knox trails CBN's Naira adjustment. That's also here on the front page of Daily Sun. And finally, fresh intention in APC as Nabiena takes charge as spokesperson. That's Daily Sun for you this morning, and that wraps it up as far as the review of top headlines in the dailies this morning is concerned. We looked at Vanguard, Daily Sun, and Nigerian Tribune. Okay, we'll take this break shortly. When we return, we shall be opening the line for you to talk to us and express your views and opinion on a particular headline that were picked from one of the papers this morning. Stay with us, don't go anywhere.
Yes. One day as I did dab, they go. Now I might see my neighbor on top electric pole. No be how my hold so. Before. So climb every day. Come on electric bill. You not gree pay. Waiting concern you for there. I beg you. Come over here. Government property. Now my property. If you don't come down now, I go report. Not be only report. Now report card. Okay. Oh.
Make una no sit down look o.
Okay, our pick this morning from the headlines is this one on the front page of Nigerian Tribune, and it's got to do with coronavirus once more. COVID-19, Lagos, Kwara, order workers to work from home. Well, that's what we're looking at this morning. We expect you to call us shortly. That's it. That's how the extent it's gone, Dominic. COVID-19, Lagos, Kwara, order workers to work from home.
Levels, for Lagos, levels 1 to 12 should be working from the house, while 13 upwards would actually come and work physically. Well, that's...
How can people work from home?
Well, it's possible. This is digital age. This is
I
digital
understand,
age.
but
you
again,
can get certain things done and then send it. I mean, through the internet. You know,
that is if the system is digitized.
Yes, our civil service is actually all across the country. We are going the way of digitization. So it is possible.
What about for messengers that carry water, the drivers, and all of that?
They cannot work from home.
Those that take care of the conveniences.
Such jobs will actually suffer. Such jobs will
well,
suffer.
that's it. Lagos and Kwara State have ordered their workers to work from home. We also understand that telecommunications giants, MTN, have also said I think that's quite understandable. If you work with a telecommunications company, you could work from anywhere because the system is digitized. So we're expecting to call us. What do you think about the positions of these two state governments, Lagos state government and Kwara state government, ordering their workers to work from home? For us here in Ogun State, well, we've seen what Ogun State government has also done. Yesterday, the deputy governor went out. She led some other top government functionaries, the SSG. We saw the SSG. We saw the chief of staff.
Commissioner for Health.
Went to different places, especially the Berekodo General Hospital, one of the isolation centers, to look at the state of the place and to ensure that it is compliant, because isolation centers also have to be compliant.
Exactly.
They don't just have to be structures alone. They've got to have the facilities that will really make them truly called
isolation centers.
The Ogun State Task Force on illegality also went out yesterday. They went to some churches. We saw the pictures. We saw how the head of the task force was, how enthusiastic he was to actually get the job done. And we saw some churches too, scanty. Some churches, did services in batches. While in some churches we saw very scanty gatherings.
In strict compliance of the directive given by the state government.
Okay, COVID-19, Lagos, Kwara, other workers to work from home. What do you think about these? Call us. The numbers on your screen. If you don't know, the numbers, but if you know the numbers offhand, then we expect you to quickly call us and let us know what you think about these. If you look at the front pages of the papers this morning, it's all about coronavirus. China, they are the worst hit.
Exactly.
Because it emanated from there.
It emanated from there, and as we speak, we have 81,000 cases. But Italy is actually leading the pack in terms of the number of deaths that has been recorded.
5,000 plus.
5,000 plus, 548. It's unfortunate. And then coming down to Nigeria, as at Wednesday, I think we were just between 5 and 8 cases.
Now it's gone
and now it is 30.
Someone was telling me yesterday about why it is like that in Italy. The person actually, said it's because Italy does not really have a very strict migration policy, that people could easily find their way into Italy and all of that. Maybe that's the reason, maybe not, but it's important that every country takes very, very care of our borders at this point in time.
Ghana recorded its first death, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, and immediately it recorded its first death. Do you know what Ghana did? Ghana shut their borders. Tunisia also, 50-something cases, recorded its first death, and what did you do? It shut down the borders. We are expecting the government of Nigeria to do the same.
The airports have been closed anyway.
And then we have also been told that our borders have been shut ever since. Anyways, but again...
but we also know that we have a whole lot of outlets,
where people could sneak in.
Sneak in and sneak out. Between Nigeria and Benin Republic, Nigeria and Niger, Nigeria and Chad, a lot of work,
has to be done.
Because the borders are very, very porous in those areas, But we don't want to let this alone be for the two of us. We'd like you to call us. I really don't know what is happening to the line this morning. will have loved to get the views of our viewers this morning.
Maybe it's because they are also working from home now.
Has it gone into effect? Lagos, in Kwara, Lagos and Kwara State.
Lagos and Kwara.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Lagos State 2 weeks.
Well,
that's.
We now have 2 people quarantined
Public
in the state.
Okay, yeah.
Based on the report that we had, you know, well, we just hope that workers will not be asked to work from home in Ogun State.
In Ogun State. From level.
It will not get to that level.
Is that what you're thinking? If that's what you're thinking, you won't get it. You won't get it. Levels 1 to 12 in Lagos State, that's quite huge, you know, very huge. It's huge. But then it's important because it's quite a very dangerous pandemic because you can never tell. You can never tell how, you know, how. And the sad thing is that the dispensers are disappearing in the shops. They're not coming in. They are not. Are they being hoarded, or it's because the demand is high now?
The sanitizers.
Yeah.
Well, only God knows. I mean, now that we need them,
you know,
we are not
every
getting them.
Every home needs. If everybody needs, you need a sanitizer in your bag.
Exactly.
In your pocket.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go.
Does that mean that we have been importing sanitizers? I think we have been importing sanitizers, and that is why we are not getting enough in the market.
Can't we? I don't want to really believe we can't manufacture, or we don't manufacture sanitizers in this country. I think we do. I really don't know why they are, because this should be boom time for
those who are in the
business of sanitizer. You know, it should be boom time, but you know, we don't know. But let's just wait, because the best we could do at this point in time is to continually educate our people. You know, I think the realities are now done on us. People who think that coronavirus is only is only European, you know, it's only American, you know. No, it's not
or
only
Chinese
European
or
Chinese. It is now African.
African, exactly.
You know, before you know, it is at your doorsteps. If in Nigeria we've recorded 30 cases, then it shows that
within 4 days.
Within 4 days, you know,
tells you how quickly, you know, negative things spread.
Yeah.
You know, you know, it's unfortunate. And then we just hope, in terms like this, experts have said there are 2 things that you must avoid. You must avoid being panic, you should avoid panicking, and then you should avoid being complacent. We should try our possible best. In as much as we are saying people should not panic, you should not be complacent. Washing of hands is very, very key. And then maintaining the appropriate, how many meters, social distance, it is very, very key, and then very, very important. And then we also understood that some churches went ahead to have normal, you know, physical services despite government directives. So unfortunate, you know.
Well,
but
so,
again,
so unfortunate. I'm sure that I think government is also aware of this, and they are really investing. I understand it's 1.3 trillion naira. Whatever that is meant for. I think, okay, we have Majakodumi from Iwekoro. Good morning, Majakodumi.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. You're welcome to.
I just want to inform you people, let us know. There are many schools are not closing in our area. Private school, they are receiving now, and they are not following the government directive. Why?
Where is the school, Mr. Majakodumi?
It's Abalabi.
Abalabi.
Yes.
Abalabi. Okay, we'll get that. We'll get that across to the authorities. What? Okay, you don't want to mention the name of the school?
Yes.
Okay, but Abalabi is not a very big community. It's not too big for the operatives to comb. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Majakodumi, for that information. Thank you so much. Abalabi. Well, if you have a private school in Abalabi, and your school still opens, I think that's totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
It is totally wrong. What government has said, close all schools, and so if a government now comes and clamps down on your school, don't blame them.
Exactly.
Why do you have to open your school? Government has said close the schools. You know why?
For our own good.
For our own good. You know.
For our own good.
Okay. We'd like to repeat that. If you have a private school, if you are an owner of a private school in Abalabi, we don't want to mention the name of the school because the caller didn't actually tell us. But of course, your conscience should be pricking you by now. Close the school, please.
And I even wonder why parents will allow their children to go to school.
Certainly, that's another issue.
Children are very careless. They can touch and then play and then take their hands to their mouth. And that is why the government has said, because of the fact that children can easily contract such things, they should stay in their various houses.
Well, in Ogun State,
don't endanger the lives of your
ban
children.
on high-density gatherings of 50 or more people is still very much on. That's what government has told us. And so don't let us take government for granted. There's a task force that's going around checking non-compliance. But I think the good thing is that in Abeokuta, the state capital yesterday, we saw a lot of churches that complied, almost fully. They heeded the warning of government. And of course, mosques too also did that too. But we hope this will continue until the 30 days directive that the government gave. The government said 30 days at first, and they want to look at the situation, and probably they will have to, increase the number of days. Anyway,
or even reduce it.
maybe reduce. We pray it is reduced, because
depending on the situation of things.
Exactly, because it's a prayer for that the cases come down drastically so that we can go back to our normal lives. Everything is almost shutting down. Lives generally shutting down. But then what can we do? Okay, can we still wait for more calls, or we just close now? We have just like 2-3 minutes to close this segment of the program. We'd still like you to call us. Thank you so much, Mr. Majakodumi, who called from Abalabi and gave us that very, very, very crucial information on a particular school, private school, that is still opening its gates to students. Okay, are we getting another call? Not yet. Okay, all right. Well, what more information do we need to give our people? Dominic, I don't think...
well, hygiene.
Hygiene, personal hygiene.
Personal hygiene.
Personal hygiene. Social distancing.
Social distancing. And then as part of efforts of the government at this particular time, a jingle is actually on. We'll be having digital classes.
Yeah.
I think it will be starting from tomorrow, so from, I think, 10 o'clock to 9, 10, like that. We'll be seeing the jingles. Classes will be coming up. People will be coming to teach different subjects, English, mathematics, key subjects. And then we want our viewers to stay tuned to OGTV, as they will be having the opportunity of getting what they want to be getting from schools. Now that the schools are shut down, you can actually have those classes on television. And then this is actually